it's late. Uh, I'm sharing my screen. I hope my screen is visible. And I'll go to Jamboard. Can someone confirm if my screen is visible?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So today we'll solve three gate questions. All are interesting questions. So I encourage you to ask doubts as I solve the questions. Okay. So the first question is kind of very tricky. I would say it is very complicated. But such questions, right, you can easily solve by elimination, right? So are you able to read the question? So here they have given us a square matrix. It is a n cross n square matrix, and they are asking us to find the determinant of matrix, right? The matrix has the given structure. You have 3 1 followed by all zeros, then you have 1 3 1 followed by all zeros, then you have 0 1 3 1 followed by all zeros, and in the last row you have all zeros followed by 1 3, right? This is a n cross n square matrix. Now if you notice in this question they have not given any bound on n, right? So then you have to assume that n is greater than or equal to 1. Fine. So because they have not given any bound in this question, the bound is implicit kind of. So n is greater than or equal to 1. All right. Now they are asking us to find the determinant of this matrix. Does anybody have any suggestion as to how to approach this question? I would say if you want to solve determinant of A the conventional way, it will take a lot of time, right? Now this is a multiple choice question. You have to pick either A, B, C and D are in the next slide. So is there any suggestion as to how to approach this question? So remember that time management is very important in GATE, right? So you cannot spend more than 5 minutes on a question. Any suggestion, anybody? Hello, Kalpana. Do you have any suggestions as to how to approach this question?
Sir, in this matrix,
Hmm.
131 is repeating.
Yes,
So other all other values are 0.
yes,
So we have to find a pattern that
right, right. Very good.
something.
Yeah. So you can find a pattern. That is, like that is solving the question in true spirit, right? Had this been a 16-mark essay question, then finding pattern and then solving it, that is very much appreciable. But can you give even a simpler way where you can simply find the answer to this question? So solving the question is, although right, it is very time consuming, right? Now if I have to go your way, then what I should do, first I will consider, let's say, n equal to 2, then I'll find the solve the determinant, then n equal to 3, then I'll solve the determinant, then n equal to 4, then again I'll solve the determinant. And once you, as you keep solving for sequence of n's, eventually you will check if there is any pattern, and that pattern you will have to match with the four options that are given here, right? I'm saying that is kind of time consuming, right? Rather, there's a very simple way to solve this question. Very, very simple way. Can you think of any simple way? Any suggestions? Okay, so I'll give you one hint. You can solve this question by elimination. Do you know what elimination is? Kyati? Do you know what elimination, solving the elimination is? Like, have you encountered such questions in Gate? All right. So maybe I'll explain this question. I encourage you to apply this technique in other questions, right? Now, so we have a constraint n is greater than equal to one, right? Now let's substitute n equal to one. When you substitute n equal to one, the matrix is very simple, right? You have three one cross one matrix, then matrix A will be equal to three, right? Then can somebody tell me what is determinant of A when n is one? Anyone? What is determinant of A when n equals one? Maybe Kalpana. Can you tell me what determinant of A is when you put n equal to one? A will be just this entry, right? A will be just a one cross one matrix, and the entry is three.
Will it be 3?
Exactly, determinant is three, right? Now, you know the answer for determinant of A when n equals to one. Now, what you should do? You should substitute n equal to one in option A and check if this expression evaluates to three, right? Now, for example, let me solve what happens when you substitute n equal to 1 in option A. When n is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0, and you know anything to the power 0 is 1, right? So the first term will vanish. Similarly, the first term after plus also will vanish, right? Now, what you have is 5 root 3 plus 7 by 2 root 3 plus 5 root 3 minus 7 by 2 root 3, right? Now, this 7 and minus 7 will get cancelled. Now, you will have 10 root 3 by 2 root 3, right? In the numerator and denominator, root 3 will get cancelled, so you have 10 by 2, which is 5, right? So when n equal to 1, expression in A evaluates to 5. That is why it is not an answer. Now, can you check for option B? Just put n equal to 1 and see if the expression B evaluates to 3.
No, sir, it does not.
Yeah, what does it evaluate to?
3.5.
Right. I think it evaluates to 7, not 3.5. So what is happening? Similarly, here also, if you see, this term will become 1. Actually, I'm writing on my iPad, but the characters are not getting synced. So let me try with my laptop only. So this term will become 1 and this term will become 1. Why? Because n minus 1 will become 0, right? Then what remains is this term and this term. Now in this term, you have 7 root 5 plus 3 by 2 root 5 minus, sorry, plus 7 root 5 minus 3 by 2 root 5. So what will happen? This 3 and this 3 will get cancelled. Now what remains is 14 root 5 by 2 root 5, right? Now root 5 will get cancelled. Then you have 14 by 2, which is 7. Got it? Is it clear why this expression evaluates to 7?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, but we know that when n equal to 1, determinant of A is 3, right? That is why you can eliminate B also. Now, let's see. I am going to next slide. So, here you have two other options. Can you do this exercise for option C and say and let me know if it evaluates to 3?
Yes, sir. Option C evaluates to 3.
3, right? So, and option D. So here I will give you one hint. Just because option C evaluates to 3, you should not stop here. When you eliminate options, you should eliminate very carefully, right? If an option does not, so elimination, this is the thumb rule. If an option does not satisfy a condition that you are checking, validating against, then that option is definitely not an answer. Now, just because an option satisfies a condition, we cannot say 100% that this is the right answer. Are you getting my point? So What I mean is option A and option B did not evaluate to 3, right? The moment it does not evaluate to 3, you can cancel these options. These are definitely not answers. Now, you checked option C and option C evaluates to 3, right? You should not stop here. You should go to option D and then check if option D also evaluates to 3. Now it turns out that option D is also 3, right? So this term and this term will get cancelled. Now when you substitute 3 root 5 plus 7 plus 3 root 5 minus 7, so what will happen? This 7 and this 7 will get cancelled. You have 6 root 5 by 2 root 5, which also evaluates to 3, right? Now here you have conflict. Now what is the correct answer? Correct answer is between either C or D. Now to further check the answer, what you should do is you should go one step ahead and check for n equals to 2, right? When n equals to 2, what will happen? You will have a determinant from this 2 cross 2 matrix, right? What is the determinant? The determinant is 9 minus 1, 8, right? Now here what you should do is you should put n equals to 2 and check if this which of these term evaluates to 8. Is it okay? So I guess it is a simple exercise. So what you should do is you should put n equal to 2 here, and what you will have a product of terms. If you simply multiply, if you open this bracket and multiply these terms, you can find out what this expression evaluates to, and from there you get the answer. I'm sorry, I'm not able to like expand this term because I'm in my native place, and because perhaps because of poor connection, whatever I write in iPad is not getting synced online. All right. So I hope that you can uh, um, solve this question from this point onwards. Is it okay if I skip this step and move on to next question?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But nonetheless, did you understand the logic behind how to solve the question? Logic is clear, right? I mean, you understood the question and how to eliminate options, right? So for this question, I strongly advise not to solve the question to break the pattern and then find the answer. That is going to be a very tedious process. Don't do that. Instead, what you should do is you should solve this question by elimination. All right. So always for such questions where you have like where you have multiple choice question, what you should do is you should start this question from the base case, right? From the very trivial case. In this case, the trivial case occurs when n equal to 1. All right. Okay. So then I'll move on to next question. Now this is a very simple question. Here, what they have given us, they have given us the X matrix, but here they have not given us the numerical values. Instead, they are given X matrix which is 2 cross 2, and you have entries A, 1 minus A square plus A minus 1 and 1 minus A, right? Now they have given us one more condition, x square minus x plus I equals 0, right? Now they are asking us to find x inverse. Actually, for this I need to write. I don't know if my writing will get synced. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is not thinking uh, what to do. In the meantime, can you take a shot at solving this question? Do you have any suggestions as to how to approach this question?
X inverse equal to 1 by determinant x into adjoint of x.
Right. But you can, so like that is the correct way to solve this question. You're right. But here they have given one more condition for us, right? So you can definitely solve it the way that you are telling, right? You can compute the determinant of a, then adjoint of a, and then you can do one by determinant of a and all that process, right? But again, that is kind of a time consuming process. Instead, can you see if you can exploit this condition? They have given this condition: x square minus x plus I equals 0. Can you see, take some 2 minutes, can you see if you can apply this equation, x square minus x plus I, and somehow get an expression for x inverse?
Identity by 1 minus x.
Ah, very nice. How did you come there?
We'll take x as common.
Yes,
So for the first two terms,
yes,
so which becomes x common, and which means x into x minus 1 will come
yes,
equal. I mean plus I equal to 0. Then we'll take x into x minus 1 to the other side.
yes.
It will become x into 1 minus x.
Right, right, right.
Okay.
Very good,
Uh,
very good. Yeah,
so
yeah.
x
That's
equal to I by 1 minus x.
that's right.
That
That's right.
means x inverse is uh,
X inverse is I minus x, right?
yeah.
Very good, very good. Yeah. So now do you see, like, you could have solved it the first way that you have mentioned. If you had done that way, right, there you have to find the determinant of a, which will again be a very complicated term, right? What is determinant of x? A into 1 minus a minus a square plus a minus 1. Now this expression you have to expand, solve for determinant of x, then you have to find adjoint of x and then substitute this and find it. That is going to be a time consuming process, and moreover, if you do that way, you are more prone to committing mistakes, silly mistakes, right? Instead, if you can make use of this expression and derive the condition that you just told, then it is very simple, right? X inverse is I minus x. What will happen if you do I minus x? This term will become 1 minus a, this term will become a, and this term will become minus 1, this term will become a square minus a plus 1, right?
Right.
Yeah. So one second, I'm connected from my iPad also. Let me see if I can share my screen from iPad. Stopping the